veteran players, the last 20 years have led us to this. And for those who have yet to join us, now is the time. And who better to talk about the first step in this journey?
Chris. Yeah.
Than someone who carved the path in the first place. Everyone, please welcome my friend and the executive creative director of the Warcraft universe, Chris Metzen.
That'll be the biggest hype of the whole event. I was running Dungeons and Dragons campaign once. Player characters were down on the first layer of hell. They found a hell dragon and fought and actually defeated it. He won't be able to make WoW great again, but he can make WoW better than it is now. But the great again, that's in the past. You're never getting that.
Blizzcon as one! Holy smokes, thank you. Thank you. It is, thank you guys. It has been a long, strange trip to get back to this spot, I tell you that. It has been interesting this past year, being back under the hood of World of Warcraft. It has reminded me of a few things. One, I love Warcraft. Number two, you know what? I really missed this work.
I was gonna say, you're like the guy who can't retire.
On the real,
You've tried a couple of times.
To be back and part of this Blizzard family again.
You never played WoW, Sasha? Oh, I totally thought you were
As said a bit ago, next year,
like a WoW viewer.
Anniversary of World of Warcraft.
I would say start at Classic.
Whatever. How many of y'all
Classic WoW
have been playing from the beginning? I love you, Chris. So given that, what was that? Doesn't matter. We started thinking, so what next?
Yeah, I always suggest Classic because that's Vanilla's what made me love WoW for the past 20 years. So
such a historic.
So you got to experience Vanilla the way it was.
Thinking about, well, I did, the good old days, right? And some of those early mythic ideas that kind of established the background of Warcraft. Started thinking about even some of the newer ideas that have played out more recently, but still in a way feel a little unresolved. And in the mix of all that stuff, in the mix of all those ideas, particular things like, what the hell has Magni actually been babbling about all these years?
Right?
Was the thing that he came to warn us about in Battle for Azeroth, did it actually play out? Or is there potentially something darker still looming on the horizon? I don't know. Will there eventually be an apocalyptic confrontation between the forces of the light and the void? Talk to me, Blizzcon. I'll tell you what, for nothing, my pally Maine, I'm all in on that kind of thing if it happens. It's gonna happen. And really the big question for all the marbles, what have the Titans actually been doing since the dawn of civilization?
Mm-hmm.
What is the real purpose of all of their cute little installations slammed into the side of the planet? Do we know everything we need to know about their real intentions for our world? Just saying. Blizzcon. All of these hooks and 100 more. 68, carry the 2. A bunch more. All cooking in the pot. Started to reveal a storyline. Something epic. How epic? Real epic. A storyline that in almost every way feels like the culmination of the first 20 years of our storytelling. A storyline provided we do our jobs, we do the thing that will vector us into the next 20 years of adventure.
I told you it'd still be going in 20. No one believed me, but I told you guys.
Are you with me, Blizzcon? We call this storyline the Worldsoul Saga.
Huh.
The Worldsoul Saga is so epic, as we covered. It cannot be contained within any single expansion. It is built to play out over multiple expansions over the next few years. Come on now.
I'm gonna need more. Yeah, I don't just applause for the hell of it. I'm gonna need more, Chris.
Having said that, we are working on multiple ways to deliver this adventure to you a little faster than you're used to. We're not going to get into it at this BlizzCon. Forgive me. But keep your ears peeled.
Personal.
We are moving with purpose. And the last thing we really want is for y'all to have your grandkids controlling your mouse and your keyboard trying to wrap this thing up. So, it's coming. Also, given the scale of this monster, we have decided to change it up today. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun.
Is it a refresh?
Instead of just debuting your next expansion all on its lonesome, we have decided
I like that,
to give
though.
you a glimpse at your next 3 expansion sets.
Huh. Okay. So they're doing nothing for 6 years? See you in
Does
2030?
this meet with your approval, BlizzCon? My friends, I'm going to warn you, there may be mild spoilers ahead. Actually, I'm just kidding. They ain't mild. Buckle up. Are you ready, BlizzCon?
Hell fucking yeah. It's probably gonna be one hell of a
The first
trailer.
part of the Worldsoul Saga and your 10th expansion is called World of Warcraft, The War Within.
Ooh, it looks good.
In this chapter, you will be descending into the heart of Azeroth itself, exploring new subterranean kingdoms and engaging with ancient cultures like the Earthen and the terrifying Nerubians of Azj-Kahet.
It's almost like he's announcing an expansion with DLCs.
But as the forces
You know,
of darkness
that's how it feels to
close
me.
in around our precious Worldsoul. You, yeah, that's you, will be called to do what you always do, which is dispense indiscriminate justice upon all those who got it coming. Talk to me, Blizzcon! The second part of the Worldsoul Saga is called World of Warcraft Midnight.
I like the sounds of it.
In this
I'll
chapter,
ride midnight into that
you
one.
will be returning, ready, to the old world. To the fabled lands of Quel'Thalas.
Ooh.
There, the forces of the Void have invaded Azeroth, intent
That was my
on
first
snuffing
favorite
out the
daily
light of
area.
the Sunwell and plunging the world into darkness and fear. You will not only help reunify the scattered elven tribes of Azeroth, but you will make your stand with the forces of the light and banish the shadow forever. Of course, BlizzCon, it is Azeroth. Things may not go to plan. Things may just spiral wildly out of control, leading us to the third part of the Worldsoul Saga. World of Warcraft, the Last Titan.
Nice.
In this chapter, you will again be returning to the old world, this time to the wintry lands of Northrend.
Ooh.
And there, at Ulduar, you will bear witness to the return of the Titans to Azeroth. And there, you will uncover a vast conspiracy, one that stretches throughout the history of the world, one that will challenge everything you think you know about the Titans.
I'm just gonna say,
intentions,
Classic
and the
Plus,
true nature
we got
of
Retail
Azeroth.
Plus instead. Yeah.
In time, my
This
friend,
is exactly
in time.
what people were
And
hoping
it's
for
called
Classic,
Silithus. There you go.
more or less.
BlizzCon, my hope, our dear hope, is that you can see when it comes to WoW storytelling, we ain't screwing around. We are playing for all the marbles. We are working to establish a thundering heartbeat for this franchise. Now. Now, BlizzCon. Hearken to me. Always wanted to say that. Thank you. Whether you are a current player, and I'm gonna bet that most of you are,
Right?
or maybe you jumped off the WoW train a few expansions ago, now is the time to come home. Now is the time to pull on your boots, pick up your broadsword or your favorite glowy staff, and get in this fight. Friends, Azeroth needs her defenders now more than ever.
Huh.
Now,
I've got my thoughts. I'll say it after.
in a few moments, we are going to give you a deeper look at the war within. But before we do that, I want to leave you with a little
Yes,
something
Peter.
to chew on.
3
I
expansions.
want to remind you all that sometimes very epic things can begin with small, heartfelt moments. What you're about to see is one of those moments. And with that, BlizzCon, proud defenders of Azeroth, let the Worldsoul Saga begin.
And yes, Sasha, he's like the Blizzard guy. Like, he's been part of it from day one since 2004, so yeah. As well as other games, like he's the Blizzard guy. Like, he's, he doesn't just do WoW. Well, he does now, but he used to, he was involved with Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft.
You're here to tell me we don't get to hide. Is that it?
You needed time. We stayed away. But time by itself heals nothing.
You didn't just come here for me. It's the visions. You've seen them.
I suspect many have lately. Something, someone, is calling out from the heart of the world. Like a voice from a dream. Something dark is coming, Anduin. The world needs your light again.
Right.
My son.
I am not that person anymore. I have no light. Not after what I've seen.
My kind of guy.
Not after what I've done.
You are not your past, Anduin. I trust you.
Oh, I was really worried there. Oh!
Hear me.
They're getting worse. Look, whatever's coming, I'll stand with you. Of course I will. But we were drawn here by the voice. Who is it, Thrall? Who's calling out to us?
I'm not sure yet. But that sword
I was just gonna say.
was aimed at someone.
Yeah, because I was thinking Sargeras. Fuck, it's about time we resolve the sword issue. That was awesome. I liked that. Yeah, that was really good.
I guess we're not ignoring that sword anymore. I do have to say, though, every time I see that cinematic, and I've seen it many times, it gets me right in my heart. It feels like a new beginning, and it feels like coming home. And we are so excited about where we are going. And now that you've seen or heard the overview for the Worldsoul
I will
Saga,
say
let's
that
talk about
that
the
one
war
cinematic
within.
has had me more hyped
As we
than the
all
past
gather and
6 years
explore
of
beneath the
content.
surface,
So
we'll find an ancient Nerubian civilization. They will be led by someone we were first introduced to in Legion, Xalatath.
can't wait to see the next
a
two.
harbinger of the void. The void brings destruction and darkness that threatens all light in our world. The last time we saw Xalatath, she promised we would meet again. And it turns out she was right. And while Anduin, Thrall, and others share the same visions emanating from the heart of the world, some are seeing something quite different.
My visions are not the same as the others. No radiance, no song. Just the shadow taunting me from below.
Ooh. I guess I knew that was coming, but it's nice to see it a little more confirmed.
The fate of our world rests upon the edge of the
Right,
knife.
Peter?
And our battle lies deep within.
Oh, that looked awesome.